If you grew up with the Nintendo 64, you already know how legendary that console was, but ROM hacks take that nostalgia to a whole new level. Nintendo 64 ROM hacks are fan-made modifications that completely remix classic games, adding new levels, stories, characters, mechanics, and even difficulty modes that the original developers never imagined. In this video, we're counting down the top 15 Nintendo 64 ROM hacks of all time that are must-play experiences that feel fresh, challenging, and unforgettable. Trust me, every retro gamer should play these at least once. Also, drop your favorite Nintendo ROM hack in the comments. Let's get started. Super Mario 64 Last Impact. So, imagine firing up your N64 and finding a Mario 64 sequel Nintendo forgot to make. That's Last Impact by Kaze Emmanuel. With over 130 stars across insane custom worlds, you platform like crazy, triple jumping through galaxy gravity flips, cannon blasting into new hubs, and battling fresh bosses that demand perfect timing, all in SM64's buttery engine. What sets it apart is that vanilla Mario feels tiny now. This hack piles on power-ups like wing caps on steroids, wild gimmicks like wind tunnels, and secrets that reward explorers way more than 1996 ever dreamed. No more 120 star grind, levels evolve with multiple paths and remixed challenges. If you're a completionist who loves pushing 3D platformers to their limits, this is peak N64 magic. Drop everything and start hunting it. The Legend of Zelda, The Missing Link. Have you guys ever wondered what Link did right after Ocarina's credits? The Missing Link ROM hack bridges to Majora's Mask with a creepy, self-contained adventure on the N64 engine. Combats pure Zelda, Z-target slashes, bomb tosses, boomerang tricks, but through brand new dungeons packed with eerie puzzles and platform sections that test your hookshot precision like never before. Unlike Ocarina's epic sprawl, this is tight and focused, shorter overworld, darker tone with survival horror vibes, and story beats that feel canon without copying beats. Graphics pop with custom textures, making Hyrule feel haunted. It's the one more Zelda every N64 fan craves. Short playthrough, huge replay for speedruns or hidden items. Paper Mario TTYD 64. Okay, what if Paper Mario 64 got 1,000-year doors of soul? TTYD 64 hacks the N64 original, slamming in TTYD badges, recipes, shine sprites, and revamped maps for that GC polish. Battles pop with timed smacks, partner swaps, and audience hype, but now you've got deeper builds. Stack badges for OP combos, cook wild items mid-chapter, explore expanded worlds with star points everywhere. Original PM64 drags a bit in pacing. This flies with QOL-like faster menus, tougher foes that force strategy, and TTYD-style troublemaker events. It's not a remake, just the perfect mashup. For RPG nerds missing N64 Paper Mario but loving TTYD's flair, this hack's your dream. Binge it and feel the paper world reborn.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog!
Hello!
Let's do this! Yeah! Ha!
Super Mario 64 Sonic Edition. So what about crashing Mario's party? Sonic Edition swaps the plumber for the blue blur in SM64 levels, cranking speed to 11 with spin dashes, homing attacks, and the momentum physics. Collect stars by rail grinding at max speeds, homing through enemies, but watch those wild bounces. One mistimed roll, and you're overshooting platforms into the abyss. Huge shift from Mario's floaty jumps. Routing's all about building velocity for shortcuts, ditching BLJs for pure skill runs, with Sonic moves opening fresh paths in old worlds. Some versions add Chaos Emeralds for super forms. Speed junkies, this is your fix. Turns SM64 into a proto-Sonic adventure that slaps harder than it should. Super Donkey Kong 64. This one got DK64 levels, but Mario 64 style. Super Donkey Kong 64 mashes DK Isle hubs into SM64's engine, letting you trek Jungle Japes, Angry Aztec, and Gloomy Galleon for streamlined stars. Barrel blast like DK, but with Mario cams. Grab bananas as stars, smash crates, swim barrels through reefs, using Kong-inspired powers for monkey madness platforming. Dumps DK64's collection bloat for tight 7-star per level focus, quicker loads, no character swaps grind, pure adventure without the padding. Vibes are nostalgic rare, but snappier. Ape fans burnt out on Vanilla's slog, rejoice. This hack distills the best bits into N64 bliss you'd replay forever. The Legend of Banjo-Kazooie, the Jiggies of Time. Guys, imagine booting up Banjo-Kazooie and realizing this isn't the adventure you remember. The Jiggies of Time takes the classic N64 platformer and adds a clever time-based twist that completely changes how you explore each world. Levels are redesigned with new layouts, smarter puzzles, and jiggy challenges that actually make you stop and think. What's impressive is how natural everything feels. Like this hack could have been an official expansion back in the day. The humor, music style, and platforming still scream Banjo, but the gameplay is deeper and more demanding. It's perfect for players who've already mastered the original and want something fresh without losing that nostalgic vibe. This ROM hack proves that Banjo-Kazooie still has untapped potential decades later. Banjo-Kazooie, Gruntilda's Mask. This is dark, strange, and surprisingly creative. That's the best way to describe Gruntilda's Mask. Instead of another light-hearted Banjo adventure, this ROM hack leans into a more mysterious tone, inspired by Majora's Mask. The world design feels more experimental, with tougher platforming sections and puzzles that demand careful exploration. New mechanics and altered abilities keep you guessing, while the story takes unexpected turns involving Gruntilda herself. Despite the darker themes, the hack still keeps Banjo's personality alive, balancing humor with challenge. It's not meant for beginners, but longtime fans will appreciate how bold this project is. Gruntilda's Mask shows how ROM hacks can push familiar characters into entirely new directions without losing their identity. F-Zero X Climax. From the moment the race starts, F-Zero X Climax lets you know it means business. This ROM hack is built for speed junkies who thought the original F-Zero X wasn't intense enough. Tracks are faster, turns are sharper, and AI racers are far less forgiving. Every mistake feels costly, making each victory incredibly satisfying. What really stands out is how well the hack preserves the original physics while increasing difficulty. It feels fair, not cheap. Veterans of F-Zero X will love how Climax tests their reflexes and control at extreme speeds. If you enjoy high-risk racing where skill matters more than luck, this ROM hack is easily one of the most exciting experiences on the N64. Ocarina of Time, 4 Swords. Taking inspiration from a multiplayer Zelda title, Ocarina of Time 4 Swords offers a completely different way to experience Hyrule. This ROM hack reworks dungeons, puzzles, and progression to reflect cooperative gameplay ideas, even when played solo. Puzzles feel more strategic, requiring careful planning instead of brute force. Familiar areas are redesigned to keep things unpredictable, which is perfect for players who already know Ocarina of Time by heart. The hack feels ambitious, blending ideas from different Zelda games into one cohesive experience. It's not just a remix, it's a reimagining. For fans looking to break away from the standard Zelda formula while staying within the Ocarina engine, this hack delivers something genuinely refreshing. Hero of Law. Set in a more serious version of Hyrule, Hero of Law tells a story that feels heavier than most Zelda games. This ROM hack introduces a brand new narrative filled with moral choices, custom dialogue. Instead of focusing only on destiny and heroism, the hack explores responsibility and consequences. The darker atmosphere is handled well without losing the soul of Zelda. It feels like a fan-made sequel rather than a simple modification. Hero of Law stands out because it proves ROM hacks can deliver strong storytelling alongside solid gameplay. If you want a Zelda hack that feels mature and thought-provoking, this one is worth playing. "40 Winks." Hidden in N64 history, 40 Winks finally gets its moment thanks to passionate fans. Originally a cancelled Nintendo 64 game, this project was restored and refined into a fully playable experience. The result is a charming platformer with dream-themed levels, creative enemies, and classic N64 style movement. Playing it feels like discovering a lost game from the late 90s. While it's not a traditional ROM hack of an existing title, its fan-completed version earns a spot among legendary N64 ROM projects. Everything from level design to music feels authentic to the era. For retro fans, 40 Winks isn't just fun. It's a piece of gaming history brought back to life. Star Fox 64 Survival. Instead of rushing through missions, Star Fox 64 Survival forces you to slow down and think. This ROM hack transforms the arcade-style shooter into a survival-focused experience where resources actually matter. Shields don't last long, enemies hit harder, and positioning becomes critical. The familiar routes feel completely different under these new rules. It's a refreshing change that adds depth without breaking the core gameplay. Fans who found the original game too easy will love the added challenge. Survival mode turns every encounter into a test of skill and strategy. This hack proves that even classic N64 shooters can feel brand new with the right ideas. F-Zero DXP. Packed with custom tracks, F-Zero DXP is a dream come true for competitive racers. This ROM hack expands the F-Zero X experience with dozens of carefully designed courses that push players to their limits. Tracks feature extreme turns, narrow paths, and risky shortcuts that reward precision driving. No two races feel the same, keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. The difficulty scales well, making it fun for both skilled players and those looking to improve. Everything feels polished, from track flow to overall balance. If you've exhausted the original F-Zero X content, DXP gives you countless new reasons to keep racing. Majora's Mask Masked Quest. Built around clever puzzles and exploration, Masked Quest offers a fresh take on Majora's Mask. The familiar time loop mechanic remains, but the world is redesigned with new objectives and challenges. Masks play a bigger role, forcing players to think creatively. The eerie atmosphere is preserved, making the experience feel authentic. This ROM hack doesn't rush you. It encourages experimentation and planning. Veterans of Majora's Mask will appreciate how it shakes things up without losing what made the original special. Masked Quest feels like an alternate timeline adventure that fits perfectly into the Majora's Mask universe. GoldenEye Peach's Castle. Few ROM hacks capture pure fun like GoldenEye Peach's Castle. By combining GoldenEye's gameplay with Mario 64's most iconic location, this hack creates absolute multiplayer chaos. Familiar hallways and rooms suddenly become battlegrounds filled with gunfire. The level layout works surprisingly well for firefights, making matches intense and unpredictable. It's the kind of crossover you never knew you needed. Whether you're playing with friends or just exploring the map solo, the novelty never wears off. Peach's Castle is a perfect example of how creative N64 ROM hacks can be when nostalgia collides with imagination. Alright, Nintendo 64 ROM hacks prove that classic games don't fade with time. They evolve through passion. These fan-made projects take legendary N64 titles and transform them with new levels, stories, mechanics, and challenges that feel both nostalgic and fresh. What makes ROM hacks special is the creativity behind them, pushing old hardware far beyond its original limits. Whether you're revisiting childhood favorites or discovering these games in a completely new way, ROM hacks keep the N64 era alive. They show how strong the retro gaming community still is and why these classics continue to matter decades later. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.